Assassins, sir. As in more than one.
That's right.
And you heard this from the mouth of a crocodile, man.
His name is Killer Croc. He's already behind bars.
Oh, I pity his cellmate.
I don't. Let's see what else is on the drone's hard drive.
Each of them gets one of these envelopes. I need them delivered tonight.
They're all hired killers, the best in the business. Black Mask isn't messing around. Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, former military, subject of a failed medical experiment.
Failed, you say?
Garfield Linz, aka Firefly, burns on 90% of his body. His obsession is going to be his end.
How unlike anyone I know.
Here's a face I don't recognize. Copperhead. Strange. These reports reference a male, not a female.
14 escapes, huh? Well, you won't forget Nada. What the?
Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot. Says here he's an expert sharpshooter.
How on earth?
Suspected of many assassinations. Dangerous, but reckless. Street tough named Lester Baczynski. Calls himself Electrocutioner.
Shocking.
Shiva. Her skill is unmatched. Bane, here in Gotham. Why would he be taking money as a hired killer?
Is that Warden Joseph?
Must be how Black Mask got inside the prison. He uses torture for intimidation and entertainment.
8 assassins after your head. What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out who was operating this drone. Make them tell me what they know. Then I'm going to find Black Mask and put an end to this.
Sir, I may be stating the obvious here, but you do realize that since you and I are the only people who know the Batman's true identity, those assassins will all fail their mandate if you'd just spend the evening here.
They'll put innocents in danger to attract my attention. I can't take that risk.
And you think it's a better idea to just put yourself in their crosshairs?
There's only one person in Gotham who can get his hands on something like this. The Penguin. He's been tracking Black Mask. Its next waypoint was a rendezvous with Penguin's men at Jezebel Plaza. I'll make them talk.
You're sure this is wise, sir?
I know what I'm doing.
Well, in case you change your mind and want to train tonight instead, I'll keep your training facility active. Sir, to make your travels easier, I went ahead and set up some auto-nav points at different areas of the city. One of my preset destinations should take you right to Jezebel Plaza. I'm tracking it too. It appears the control towers you use for your auto-nav systems are putting out a jamming signal.
Storm damage?
You'll have to go down there and find that out for yourself, sir.
Got it. I'm close to one now.
Hey, it's Bananaowns here bringing you episode 2 of Arkham Origins. And, you know, like all the good stuff, I kind of pick and choose which cutscenes to leave out, you know, all that jazz. So, this is the first real experience involving radio towers, so that's one of the new features of this game, is that basically you have fast travel. So you have fast travels, and it's kind of like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 3 in that regard, where basically you have to get to the top, stop the thing, then you unlock a fast travel point. It's kind of similar and a little bit different, you know. Assassin's Creed like fills in the map and stuff, and I think in 4 maybe it's a fast travel point as well. So I spent the whole like last episode talking about the animated series in general, and I really would like to continue along with that topic, basically, of animated series, and then get into some Batman Beyond. Now, this is, as I mentioned in the last video, it's going to be quite the Batman fest in terms of like talking, in all that regards. In that regard, you know, I'm noticing the video, I sneak up on people, get them. Batman likes to punch people too, or at least I do. So it's a lot of that, especially in these segments like this, where it's just fairly typical and very introductory stuff. Okay, so Batman series I already mentioned in the last video, like Heart of Ice, which is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever fucking watched. There was, I mentioned the Over the Edge, which is another good one, where Over the Edge is basically a story of Commissioner Gordon trying to take down Batman. And the way the episode starts out was, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way the episode starts out, it's a full-on assault on the Batcave by Commissioner Gordon, and it's freaking amazing. It's like Alfred gets arrested, Batman and barely gets out with Robin because Nightwing helps out, and it's fucking great. And let's hear another one which was really great was Robin's Reckoning, which was basically the Batman, they find the person that killed Robin's parents, and it's the origin story of Robin. It's pretty dark, and it's really well done, and it's a two-parter, so it's pretty great. It's very, very emotional in that regard. Another one that's like, I don't know if this is another one that a lot of people else like, but I really like Night of the Ninja. Basically the one where like he has to fight a ninja from his dojo where he trained. So it's a really cool one, because it's like, oh, this ninja is my equal. He is my equal in combat. All that good stuff. Man, I really like those. I really like those freaking ninja ones. I think it's just cool when you think about the way the Batman character is really. He's like, especially the more modern interpretation, even with like Batman Begins and a lot of the other elements where like they involve him with the League of Shadows, which is kind of like fucking ninjas. It's kind of cool, you know, all in black and sneaking up and master killers and shit. Fucking ninjas are badass, and so is Batman. Alright. And then, you know, some stuff with the Joker, which is pretty cool. And I think I really like the old style of the Joker. When they moved on to the new animation style for New Batman and Superman Adventures, it looks really weird. It kind of, I think, if you listen to Kevin Smith's Batman on Batman, I think Mark Hamill talks about it a lot, where the new updated look for it looks like a shark. It's kind of weird. Actually, really weird. Again. So that was another one of the samurai one. Like they're fighting like a volcano. It gets pretty badass, to be honest. And I'm just gonna keep going through episodes here and naming some of my favorite ones. There's one called Almost Got 'Em, which it's like a bunch of Batman villains telling stories about how they almost captured him, which is pretty great. It's a really good one. Not too many Batman there, but you know, it's a pretty funny one as well. It's full of humor. Like, this whole Batman animated series is actually really emotional at times, and leads me to another one. Where you get the "I am the night" quote with Batman, like, "I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman." Where, like, the whole point of the episode is, like, he's really struggling to deal with like the parents' like the death of his parents, and you know, I think it's the same episode where, like, Gordon gets hurt, so Batman feels guilty about it. It's a very emotional, surprisingly emotional. And then, God, man, I really liked when they introduced, you know, they had the whole cast. They have Nightwing, I think Tim Drake, Robin, of course, Barbara Gordon. There we go. I couldn't fucking talk for a little bit. You know, Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, all that stuff. And I like the Ra's al Ghul ones too. Are pretty cool episodes. There's an episode in Batman Beyond where they kind of revisit a lot of those Batman Beyond episodes, where they revisit the animated series, are pretty cool. Really enjoy all of the Justice League animated stuff. There's some of the newer movies, like the Flashpoint Paradox, which were really great. Okay, so then they go to, like, what, the Adventures of Batman, Robin, the second season. So that was all like season 1 and shit. And they start. It's still pretty much like same quality, but the episodes, some of them kind of take a little weird turn. There's like one with like a child star that goes bad. It's kind of weird, to be honest. Actually, very weird, to be honest. A couple weird ones like that. I think that one's actually written by Paul Dini, which is kind of ironic and weird. But man, a lot of these ones are really good. You know, that second season doesn't really have too many episodes that I really need to. That I really need to, I have to watch or really recommend. They're all good, but it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. So then they do the new Adventures of Batman and Robin. I've talked about Over the Edge, which was an absolutely great episode. There's one that I really like, Girls Night Out. So it's like Batman Superman crossover with Batgirl and Supergirl teaming up. It's a really cool little episode, and of course the female vision, they like Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Livewire. That's the Shock one, and then this is also the one of Mad Love, which, when you talk about Batman animated series, is actually pretty fucking amazing. When you consider, like, Paul Dini, Bruce Timm managed to create their own part of Batman, like the mythos, and it's actually a regular part now today. It's a major part. Harley Quinn. So then basically there's a few movies. I think the Mask of the Phantasm one is actually really great. It's one of my favorite movies, and it's very like Batman Origins, where he, like, his first, kind of like a year one story, but with a lot of flashback and very serious. It's very surprising that I made it into like an actual like theatrical film. But it's actually, I think that one's a recommended viewing. You can skip the other ones, the Mr. Freeze and the Sub-Zero. It's kind of but the Mask of the Phantasm one is definitely recommend reading. I think it has one of my favorite moments of the animated series. I know I'm not even reaching Batman Beyond yet. That'll be the next video, guys. You're gonna be ramble on about Batman animated stuff and not talk about these videos at all. And not talk about the gameplay that's going on in Arkham Origins at all. God, you guys love my videos, right? Because I know I do. I apologize for being really rambly about Batman, but I love Batman a lot. Batman's pretty cool. I had a Bane impression for a while. I still do. I'm not covering my mouth like I would, or else the mic would not pick it up. But, I'm a really big fan of Batman. I'm really happy that at least Batman is freaking getting some great recognition in video games now. Maybe, I don't know if it's just the whole concept of Superman being like invincible, but there's not a lot of other good superhero games out, and it's kind of weird, because you think that'd be easy to do. I know these Arkham games have proven that, you know what, it is possible. So anyway, guys, that about wraps up this one. I'll see you in the next fucking 20-minute one.
Looks like I'm the first.
Yay!
I need to find a spot where I can stake this place out unnoticed. Penguin. Not a dime changes hands in this city he can't tell you about. If anyone knows where Black Mask and his assassins are, it's him. But Penguin's hard to find. His men are doing a deal here. I'll make them talk.
Guys! So, little boys, what do you want for Christmas? Oh wait, I already know. Now let's see if you've been naughty or... Oh, nice.
Pumpkin the Santa hat must be in charge.
Where's the rest of them? Whoa, easy, Tiger. When you deal with us, you're dealing with the Penguin. This ain't some fly-by-night operation.
Let's see him then. I didn't come all the way down